appreciated by everyone within government and outside government. I know those are many.
Here to represent the CEO Nakada, who was not able to make it to this statute, which at times is also synonymous, which is a statute that gives life to Nakada. It provides as well as the public education and advocacy. Other aspects of the legal instrument, which is the Kutudo law, known as adequacy. Of course, one of the planets. So each and every time you realize that to prescribe a solution, you get better. And that's why that policy has highlighted a raft of only we if we work together. So in 2012, it indicates that, well, when you get now to cards, it's about 28, cannabis, or 1 is 53. So we know the effect of drugs, and to link that to now what happens. If you
Bad. And I think that's a tragedy. Thank you so much. Multi-agent steering committee. And another one.
Policeman stops you, tickets you, and you pay. If the policeman chooses that you must pay before he sends to you what the offense was, what you must pay. Thirdly, the Council of Governors talked about the sources of funding for our road safety initiative, which will improve road safety and also raise for us a few. Oversight is provided by the multi-agency steering.
As a reminder, colleagues, the National Road Safety Action Plan adopts a safe system approach focusing on 8 key areas, namely coordination of delivery partnership, which we basically have sorted out, sustainable financing, and that is why I really say let's put budget to support this. Otherwise, we'll just be talking if we don't have budget. Risk targeting for vulnerable road users, which has been done very well, including mapping out all the black spots, and obviously we do know that we need to do more in the signage. Infrastructure safety, vehicle safety standards and compliance, enforcement against unsafe behavior, post-crash care and emergency response, and comprehensive road safety and data monitoring. Moving forward, our roadmap shall include key measurable strategies to address road safety concerns, such as operationalization of the multi-agency governance framework, securing sustainable financing through road safety fund and other means, scaling up risk targeting and black spot intervention, intensifying digital enforcement, expanding trauma centers and ambulance networks, completing and integrating the national crash database. These actions will build on the progress made so far and tackle emerging challenges to improve road safety. I would like to direct colleagues that we work together and as Cabinet Secretary establish a multi-agency implementation framework at the conclusion of these 3 days dialogue, that I will direct that it be submitted to my office by 1st of October 2025 with clear measures to cap road carnage. So the host NTSA give us an implementation framework that will work on that. Equally, the State Department for Roads through the various agencies on the same date by 1st of October to submit a detailed program for marking of roads and bump signage and critical safety barriers for road users. To the extent that you put it before my office, if we don't have adequacy in budget, we'll work with the parliamentary transport team to make sure that we do provide budgetary support, probably through supplementary budget. But certainly, it's not just for the sake of submitting the report. We'll act on it and make sure we support us to ensure that there are markings on roads, there are bump signages and critical safety barriers for road users. And equally, the State Department of Transport through NTSA on the same date, please give us or give to my office a detailed implementation program for the automation, modernization of inspection centers, and driver testing to make it objective rather than subjective.
So we need to be innovative on how best we can really leverage on technology, we can leverage on data, and one of the projects that we want to really look at the ministry is the issue of the smart driving license and instant fines, where, you know, the driving license right now you will see that it has a chip. The chip will be able to store the information of the driver. It can be used to earn merits and demerits points, and it can also be used as a payment wallet and also be linked to cameras that will be rolled out in this country to implement the minor traffic rules of 2016.
So we are working together, we'll be auditing each other, we've got targets to deliver in terms of what we all must do. And in an unfortunate situation where an accident has happened, how do we deal with the post-trauma? Do we have the kind of hospitals to deal with that, so that if you see us today as we build Marwa Sagana Road, we have a post-trauma hospital along that corridor. So that is the effort and the results that you will see from the multi-agencies working together. And therefore, as we gazette the 4 regulations that Daga talked about, we will be having a better implementation framework, not just implementation, including enforcement, to ensure that we do not see a rising accidents like you mentioned, because if then it continues rising, it means the interventions we are putting in place are not working.
As a ministry, we are determined to leverage on technology, and that is why we want to roll out several regulations that my CS will do so within the course of this month, that will look at the issue of motor vehicle inspection, that will look at the issue of leveraging on technology, including the use of telematics for both commercial service vehicles and school transportation, and will also look into the issue of drink driving to ensure that we work together, the National Police Service, and reintroduce ways of measuring the content of alcohol for drivers who are under the influence. We also want to make sure that we use cameras and technology to implement the minor traffic offences rules of 2016. As you are aware, that those rules have 37 different offences, and we must make sure that we use, yes, the police, but we also use on technology to make sure that we avoid people from hanging outside vehicles. We avoid people, driving on pavement and pedestrian footpath and all other offences that are outlaid there.